Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for September 2nd, 2021. This is the Electric Factory. This is the best hour of your day. If you don't think it is, don't watch. That's what I think. Grant, I want to start with you here. I got to start with my co-host. First of all, how does it feel that the Red Sox beat the Rays last night? And on top of that, the Dodgers are now the best team in baseball. How does that feel, like both those things happening in one day?
The first part, I will admit I was wrong. I think that's my third loss on my personal picks on this new format. It was 3-2. It was a pretty close game. You predicted it. You said if the Sox are going to win a game, it's going to be this one, and you ended up being right. So kudos to you. As far as the Dodgers becoming the best team in baseball, I'm not upset by it in any way. I said that I thought that they were going to finish the season with the best record in baseball. Happened a little earlier than I thought because the Giants have lost 5 out of 6, which is very uncharacteristic of them. I do think that the Giants are going to pull it back and win against the Brewers tonight, but we'll talk about that later.
You know what I think of the Giants?
What do you think of the Giants? They're the second best team?
I think the Giants are dog water compared to the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's what I think, Grant. This is Parlay Power Hour for September 2nd, 2021. Like I said, the best hour of your day. Subscribe to the network. We have so much cool stuff coming up from football season. You're going to regret it if you don't sign up. Grant, guess what? Caesar Sportsbook, are they the best book in the industry?
Absolutely, Tanner. And I hear that there are some states where you can get a risk-free bet up to $5,000.
Not only a risk-free bet, Grant. See, I got an email from Caesars last night. They are bumping up their promotions now. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Blow your freaking mind. All right, we got the states covered. Every state. Virginia's added to the list now too, by the way. But
yep. Give me my credit. Give me my credit for negotiating that deal.
No, I negotiated this deal, Grant. Risk-free bet up to $5,000. Risk-free bet 5 new and existing users. So if you're an existing user, like they were like, "What the frig? I want my $5,000 risk-free bet." You get it now too. And guess what, Grant? If you place $100 in NFL bets by September 30th, guess what you're going to get, Grant?
What are you going to get, Tanner?
A $150 gift card to NFLshop.com. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, that's legit. Okay, so shout out Caesars, New Jersey, Indiana, Michigan, Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Tennessee, and Virginia, Nevada as well, and Arizona when it goes live on the 9th. This deal applies to. Lock it up. All right, let's get into it, Grant. Indians money line versus the Royals. Tristan McKenzie, love him.
You're a Tristan McKenzie guy. I didn't know that.
I love Tristan McKenzie. I'm a big Tristan McKenzie guy.
All right, well, he's going for the Indians tonight, the soon-to-be Guardians. They've got a month or so left of being the Indians. Tristan McKenzie is 3-5 this season with a 4.83 ERA. He's going up against Mike Minor for the Royals, who is 8-11 with a 5.3 ERA. Very unimpressive, especially considering the workload that he's been given. He just hasn't produced. The Indians are on a mini 3-game win streak. Started with winning the last game in a 3-game series against the Red Sox. Now they've won the first 2 games against the Royals here. I wouldn't say that I'm a Tristan McKenzie fan, but I think he is definitely better than Mike Minor here. The Indians they're hanging around that 500 mark. They're 66-54, whereas the Royals are 14 games off. Pretty much picking this one, to be completely honest, just because they've won the first 2 games in this series. They're riding a bit of a hot streak, and the Royals just kind of stink. So take the Indians here, -112. It's about the same for the Royals if you want to pick them on the money line. But I like the Indians better in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Royals have just been inconsistent as of late. I think they had a good series a couple series ago. They had a really good series. I don't know if you have it up. Would they beat up? They beat up one team.
I can tell you in about 3 seconds. They beat up the Mariners.
Beat up the Mariners. Yeah, that's what I was going to think. So that was surprising because I lost all those bets. We'll go to me here. Brewers money line +158. Grant, you don't think the Giants are going to get swept in this series, in a 4-game series, do you?
No, I do not.
Here's the thing, though. I do. Eric Lauer on the bump, 4-5 on the year, 3.61 ERA. He's going to pitch good enough to win tonight. He doesn't need to blow the freaking smoke off the building. He just needs to pitch good enough to win. He's going against Logan Webb, 8-3, 2.65 ERA. This is going to be a legit challenge for the Milwaukee Brewers tonight, but they get the job done. They have outplayed the Giants in every phase of the game. 5-2 win, 6-2 win, 3-1 win. They have covered on the run line in every single game. I'm not afraid of freaking Logan Webb tonight. The Giants are not hot right now. The Brewers are hot. And I think we really got to consider the Brewers to be a legit threat at the World Series right now, the way they're playing. mean, it's going to be a Dodger, most likely a Dodgers, Brewers, NLCS, or a Dodgers or Brewers Giants. So that's what we got to think about. I don't know, Grant. We might have to consider the Brew Crew up there to maybe be a World Series contender, but I like them to win tonight. I like them to finish the sweep and make a statement on the road in San Francisco.
I think they've absolutely already made a statement. The Brewers manager was talking about it after Game 2. Him and Brandon Woodruff were both going crazy. They were talking about, this is a great team to come in here, get these first 2 wins. We hope to see them again in October. That's a direct quote from Brandon Woodruff. So where their mindset was. Even if they lost yesterday, they would have been up 2-1. That claim still would have stood. But now they're up 3-0. I think the Giants are too good to get embarrassed like this. They are missing some of their players, obviously, but Logan Webb's going for them, like you mentioned. The most impressive thing about what the Brewers have done is we know that they're going to win because of their defense, but the Giants have quietly been maybe the most consistent offensive team this entire year. They're like top. Last I checked, they were top 7 in batting average, scoring, and home runs. But they've only scored 5 runs in the first 3 games. That's super impressive what the Brewers have done here. They are missing Eduardo Escobar too. I know you were talking about that a little on Twitter, Tanner, if you want to say anything. But Eduardo Escobar is gone for them too, which makes what they're doing even more impressive. Plus 158 for the money line is amazing value. So I think this is a really good bet. Don't get me wrong. It's just my personal opinion. The Giants they're too good. They're too proud to get swept.
Yeah, but Grant, what's the Giants on the money line now? It's like minus 200, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good. Minus 184 is what I got right now.
The value. You just look at the Giants. They just look deflated in the series. I don't think they have any momentum. Brewers finish the job off tonight. All right, Caesar Sportsbook risk-free bet. $5,000 risk-free, new and existing users, $100 in NFL bets by September 30th. You're going to get a $150 gift card to NFLshop.com. That's a free Mac Jones jersey right there. That's what I think. Braves
no, it's not. They sold out.
They sold out of Mac Jones jerseys?
They sold out within 2 hours of Cam getting released.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Grant, I haven't ordered my Mac Jones. I'm going to have to order my Mac Jones jersey from China. I don't want to order from China because I don't want to put my credit card into one of those sketchy sites. But I'm going to have to order a fake knockoff jersey from China now, Grant. So you just ruined my morning. Thanks a lot. Braves versus Rockies money line. I'm going to explain this one, Grant. You can go with the lock here. Well, you can obviously chime in, but I'm gonna start it off. Chichi Gonzalez on the bump for the Rockies, Grant. Chichi freaking Gonzalez. That's a winning name right there. That's what you need to know. When we look at the Rockies play really well at home. They had not a great stretch. They did beat the Dodgers on the 29th. They took the last game against the Rangers yesterday on September 1st. So, you know what? Are they playing? The Rockies aren't good at baseball. Let's just factor that in. But you know where they are good, Grant? You know where they are good?
They're good at Coors.
They're good at Coors. Damn right they are. 43-22 at home this season. 43-22. They're playing the Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves are freaking deflated right now. They got their asses whooped by the Los Angeles Dodgers. You know what? I shouldn't say whooped because the scores were close. But sometimes, Grant, as an athlete, you would know this. It's better to get blown off the field than lose those. They lost 3 close games, and the Dodgers took it from them late in every single game. That's got to be deflating to a team. You get blown off the field, it's okay, all right, let's restart, let's get better here, let's figure out where we can improve. But when you lose 3 close games, that's just holy shit. They actually went out and they beat us in every single game. I don't know, Grant. I think Rockies get the win tonight at Coors. Plus 136 odds. Ball's going to be flying out of the yard. I like Colorado.
Yeah, I think obviously we made this pick together here, so I do think this is a very good bet. You got some great value, plus 136 for the money line. It's actually kind of interesting to me that there's less odds for this than there's for the Brewers on the money line, considering they've won 3 straight against the Giants. But no mind. Chichi Gonzalez, like you mentioned, he's going against Toussaint, who he's been good, 3-2, 3.6 ERA, but he's not been great. And the Rockies just have something about playing at home. You can tell that from looking at the over/under in this game. It's at 12.5, which tells you just how much the odds makers favor this Rockies team when they play at home. So I think this is absolutely a great bet. And the Rockies, you said they're just not good at baseball. To be kind of honest, they've been playing over 500 baseball for a few months here now. I think they're close to 20 games under 500. Now they're down to 10. So, I mean, not impressive, but considering the strength of their division, they're actually, okay. They could easily be a 500, maybe even a 500 plus team if they're in another division.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like that, Grant. You're opening my eyes to new perspective. I just see them losing 2 games to the Texas Rangers, and my mind's freaking blown. But I do appreciate it. That's a good take.
Didn't the Red Sox lose like 25-2 against the Rangers or something?
The Red Sox actually won the series against the Texas Rangers. They lost 1 game, Grant, and they took 2 of 3 from the Texas Rangers. If you did not know that, you should study up, Grant. All right, A's run line minus 126 versus the Tigers. I'm not going to say much about this game besides my boy Matt Manning's on the mound. I think he'll be one hell of a pitcher in the future. He's not there yet, though.
Yeah, no, we need to narrow in on what your opinion is, because last week you said Matt Manning was terrible, but every time I talk about him, it's, what do you mean, Matt Manning? Can we give him some time to develop? He just got there. He
does need some time, Grant.
I have his jersey from Connecticut. All right, so we are connected, and I know that he's going to do great things.
He is. He's thrown 59 innings this year, Grant. Like, that's imagine your first 59 innings in the major leagues. You get freaking shelled. Okay, Matt Manning's doing pretty freaking good with a 5.46 ERA.
So is he good right now or is he bad right now?
He's got to improve. He needs an offseason. He needs a hell of an offseason.
All right, so got it. He's bad right now. He is bad right now. He's 3-5 with a 5.4 ERA. Just going to remind everybody of what you said. Going up, can't talk today, against Montez of the Athletics, 10-9 with a 3.66 ERA. Obviously, that's much better. Oakland is in an undesirable situation with this wild card fight that they've got going on. They're 2 games behind the Red Sox, who are 2 games behind the Yankees. So obviously they've got to close that gap. But given the hatred between those of the last 2 teams, the Sox and the Yankees, you're going to get some really impressive series between those two when they face off. And also, neither one of those teams is going to want to, the Yankees are going to want to beat the Red Sox. Red Sox are going to want to beat the Yankees. So those 2 teams are going to be going extremely hard to keep their positions. So the Athletics have their work cut out for them. So that will be an interesting situation to monitor. They lost to the Tigers yesterday, 8-6. Not too worried about that. They won 9-3 the day before, and they took 2 off the Yankees before that. They're clearly the better team. Tigers, they've become they've been extremely inconsistent. They had a weird hot stretch around the trade deadline, and now they're just back to being that forgettable team.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when you look at today's slate, there's not many like pure locks on it. I like this game, but again, the Tigers are pesky at home, so we got to factor that in. And you talk about the wild card race. Wild card race can be very exciting. The Red Sox could overtake the Yankees. They have a lot of series against them. They have a lot of games against them left. The Red Sox their A's could overtake the Red Sox. The Yankees could fall back. The Mariners could get into the mix. So it's going to be really exciting down the stretch here. I will say one thing, Grant. I was looking at the Red Sox final month of the season. I know we talk about the Red Sox all the time because they live rent-free in your head. But I was looking at that final month of the season for the Red Sox. It's freaking killer. They go White Sox. They go Rays, White Sox, Mariners, Yankees, Rays, White Sox, Mariners, and Yankees. That's their big stretch. But it's killer, Grant. So we gotta keep winning. Everyone's got to keep winning. But I like this bet A's run line day versus the Tigers. All right.
Do you want to hear the A's closing schedule real quick, just to give me your thoughts, since you're the resident Red Sox expert?
Probably gonna be freaking Tigers.
They've got I'm just gonna give them all to you. Blue Jays, White Sox, Rangers, Royals, Angels, Mariners, Astros, Mariners, Astros.
Okay, so that's a little easier than the Red Sox.
So as a Red Sox fan, do you think they can close a 2-game gap given that schedule?
Yeah, I mean, well, the Red Sox got 3 games against the Mariners, so the Mariners could close the gap in that weekend. I don't know, Grant. You know what? I'm not focused on the wild card. I'm focused on winning today. We got to win the day. We got to beat Tampa Bay. That's what it comes down to, Grant. Beat Tampa. Every game is freaking critical. Every game is a 1-game championship. Okay, I should be giving these guys pep talks. And you know what? Half our team's got freaking COVID. I think we've had 10 dudes. 10 dudes have either been close contact or positive tests. 8 players, 2 coaches. Like, we are battling our ass off. The fact that we beat the Rays last night, they should be embarrassed because we have nothing left. Nothing. And we're still here, Grant. We're still freaking here.
It's just turned into a scene out of Rudy. I didn't expect this from you.
Like Tom Brady, still here. Still here. Mac Jones is really sold out.
Speaking of New England quarterbacks, one thumb, one finger, one
No,
pinky.
it's not one thumb. No, it's not. No, we read it wrong. It's okay. What were we saying? We were saying one thumb, one finger, one pinky. He goes out of order. I think he goes one pinky, one. He goes one thumb, one pinky, one finger. I think it's that.
All right.
That's how we're signing off now, though.
One thumb, one pinky, one finger. All love, baby.
I like it better. One thumb, one finger, one pinky. I like it that better. So maybe we'll do our own spin on it. All right, that was Parlay Power Hour for September 2nd, 2020. You're telling me 2021. You're telling me the Mac Jones jerseys are sold out. I'm not happy. I was just going to go order one, Grant. Not happy. Thanks a lot. What's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, they're sold out for a reason. I'm excited to watch that kid play, to be completely honest. I know we were kind of chirping back and forth throughout the preseason about who deserved the starting spot. Mac, played a little bit better than Cam. I don't think Cam played bad. So I was really surprised, especially since Mac Jones is a rookie, that Cam Newton was, he was released ultimately because Cam Newton is not a backup quarterback. Mm-hmm. So I was surprised he didn't get the starting job. I thought he'd have it for at least the first month. If you remember the second game of the year last year, first of all, the Patriots started 2-1 last year, and Cam in the second game, which was a loss to the Seahawks, threw for 397 yards. So I thought he'd get another chance, but it's Mac time in New England, and good luck finding yourself a jersey.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go to China to get it. That's the problem. You know what? Mac's the quarterback of the future. Cam's not. If Cam's not that much better, I don't think Cam's that better than Mac at all. I can't throw the football anymore. But the fact of the matter is, if Mac's the future, let's go all in on Mac. Let's get rid of the growing pains now. And then you know what? In 2 years when we're winning the Super Bowl, I'll be rubbing it in your face, G Money. That's what I think. That was Parlay Power Hour for September 2nd. Grant, you signing us off today?
You were just doing it. Why'd you stop? You had a nice
Parlay Power Hour for September 2nd, 2021. Thanks for joining us today. You get a risk-free bet on Caesar Sportsbook. Sports 20 RF is will rejoining us tomorrow, hopefully. Best hour of your day today. Subscribe to the network. Grant, one pinky, one finger, one thumb. Much love, my man. Talk to you tomorrow for another episode of The Electric Factory.